An affordable COVID vaccine for everybody, everywhere, because we will only be safe if everybody's safe. That is the message from UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, who's been speaking to UN News ahead of the upcoming General Assembly, which heads of state will likely attend virtually. Now, outlining his priorities, Mr. Guterres warned that solidarity is essential if we are all to overcome and move on from the tragic impact of the pandemic. Let's listen in.
The COVID-19 pandemic is a crisis unlike any in our lifetime, and so this year's General Assembly session will be unlike any other too. We have a full program, and the stakes could not be higher. Our world is nearing the grimmest of milestones, 1 million lives lost to the virus. Meanwhile, the outbreak remains out of control. The virus is the #1 global security threat in our world today, and that is why in March I called for a global ceasefire. My appeal resonated with member states, civil society, and a number of armed groups across the world. And today, from Afghanistan to Sudan, we see hopeful new steps towards peace. In Syria, Libya, Ukraine, and elsewhere, ceasefires or standstills in the fighting can create space for diplomacy. In Yemen, we are pressing for a ceasefire, confidence-building measures, and the resumption of the political process. Many pin their hopes on a vaccine. But let's be clear, there is no panacea in a pandemic. A vaccine alone cannot solve this crisis, certainly not in the near term. We need to massively expand new and existing tools that can respond to new cases and provide vital treatment to suppress transmission and save lives, especially over the next 12 months. But starting now, a vaccine must be seen as a global public good because COVID-19 respects no borders. We need a vaccine to be affordable and available to all, a people's vaccine. Mistrust in vaccines is on the rise around the world. We have seen alarming reports of large segments of the population in some countries indicating their reluctance or even refusal to take a future COVID-19 vaccine. In the face of this lethal disease, we must do our utmost to halt deadly misinformation.